I have my chair here. Yeah, okay. We're gonna use the chair today. So whatever you need to do. Okay, let's start before we even let's just do a little bit of seated cat cow. We're just gonna move this around a little bit and yeah, do a few circles in each direction. Let's feel this body, welcome it back. Yes, change direction. A little bit side to side, just waving. Okay, whatever you need to do. I'm going to reach the arms up. Take 3 breaths here, just opening the hands. And then drawing the palms together, bring them down in front of your heart space. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Feel yourself seated in this place of devotion, introspection, divine play. Take a nice full inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale this breath. Then we'll inhale for Om. Staying in your sit for a few moments. Gently opening your eyes. Okay. So we're going to start with the chest opener with the chair. So here's how we'll set up. Because the chair will be against the wall. I'm just going to turn the camera. And you can have something to sit on, depending on how tall your chair is, and you see whatever height you need. And then make it nice. I'll put the bolster on the chair. And then I have another blanket handy for the head, you'll see. So I'm just roughly rolling this blanket, put it here, and just, see how it goes. So come to sit with your upper back against the chair, and I can feel like the shoulder blades are going to hit the edge of the chair. And then the head comes back, and so here's where you might block another blanket. And then I have the knees bent. I'm going to take the hands up, and I can grab the outer arms of this chair, okay? Just rest here for a few moments. If this is not comfortable for your shoulders, just put your hands in you like. So I have a little bit of discomfort, but not anything I can't drop into. So once you're here, we'll just take a few breaths and keep your knees bent and straighten your legs. Go for that. Once you're in it, maybe you close your eyes, drop your jaw. Bringing your attention and awareness to the breath. Here for another 10 breaths. As we enter the final few breaths, I'm just playing a little bit, seeing if I can lift the heart, drop the shoulders. Okay. Nice big breath in. As you exhale, release your arms back down to the floor. Come away from the chair. We'll just sit for a moment. I'm just going back to cross-legged, just away from the chair. Feel what's transpired. And then for the next one, we'll turn. I just have the legs just over to the side. Okay. So, I'm going to take the bolster off. Take that blanket just for a nice padding. Just put it through the seat of the chair. Just like that. And then you might pull the chair away from the wall slightly. So this is it. Then you see maybe you need more height, but I'm going to put the side of the chest here. And hold onto the top rung of the chair. You could also just rest your hand at the wall. And then this one's going to come up and over. Okay. So drop the head. You can put something, if you want to put your bolster back underneath your head for support, that might be nice. Say these things and then I do them and I'm like, oh, that's nice. Okay. And then the arm is going to come up and you just see what works for you. If that's no good, put the arm down. Okay. So once we're here, now I'm going to play with this outer right hip. I'm just going to lift it up and then drop it down. I'm just looking to get a little bit of extra length. And I'm going to take the bolster out because I feel it's impeding my headphones. So whatever works, just looking for some length. And then this arm that you have over, you can walk it back and just see, can you open? You might even move your chest a little bit. Let's see. And once you're wherever this is, a few breaths. Yeah, move it, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna open this, the arm that's down, I'm just lifting it up a little bit, just changing things so slightly this way. 2 more breaths. We'll release the arm first. And then take yourself up. And again, we're just going to sit. So whatever, however you like to sit and to just feel. Here, this is what's going through my head right now. I'm just turning my chair so I don't have to turn away from you. You could do that too, or turn away. That's how empowering this practice can be. Changes you can make. Okay, so second side, feel free to put your bolster if you used it. Just gonna lay it down, grab the top. Oh, turn the legs out. That way. And then take this arm over. And then once you're here, just gonna feel. And I'll start again, just moving this left hip up and down as a way of shrinking, getting a little longer, and then dropping into that space. Just looking for some opening here on the side. So I'm just sneaking my hand up, and making it longer, and we're going to start to just do this, as I call it, flossing. Moving in the pose. And this hand can walk over to the outside a little bit more, just to find a little bit more open. And once you're here, it's about settling the breath. So it's like you're just lying on the beach, receiving the breath everywhere. And 2 more breaths. Remove the top arm first and slowly come up. And again, just sit any way you like. Just feel what you've done. Move my chair back against the wall. Oops. Look at me like that. I'm going to leave this blanket here, and we're going to come back to that first pose we did. So you're welcome to put your bolster in, but you see, like if this is too much, you feel like your head needs more support, you put it in. I'm just going to take those arms back and just breathe here for a few moments. Have the chin tuck. I'm also drawing it back. One more full breath. Release your arms. Just come back for a moment. Okay, here's the next thing I'm going to do. So no bolster. I'm going to reach back. I'm going to lift up. Here's where I put my head on, and I'm just going to walk the feet out. And so I'm supported here, back of the chest is here. You can keep watching for a moment. So you're here. Should be okay for everybody. I'm going to grab onto these outer rungs, and then I start to just drop the hips down, letting the arms open. So I'll just do it again if you weren't sure how to do it. So nothing behind you. I'm going to reach back and lift the hips. The head and the upper chest is on the chair. You can walk your legs out. You see what feels okay. And then if you're good, you start to just drop the hips down. They don't have to go down that far. Just taking in this little supported, we call it a supported back end. And then once I'm here, I'll start to wave these hips side to side like we do, like a little bit of a hula. Good. Okay, bring your hips to center, let them drop. Your feet are, you feel the ground underneath your feet. Take 2 more breaths. Okay, and then you might release your arms first, or just lower yourself and and then just rest against your chair. Great. Okay. Good. All right, I'm gonna take the chair out for now. Just move it out of the way. Okay, here we go. So I say here we go, but it's nothing scary. This is what I've been waiting for. So we're gonna take our blankets, we're gonna roll them up, and I'm going because I want a little more, so I'm doing that shorter way. You can go the longer way like we normally do. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, we're gonna lie over the blanket roll. So if you need something for underneath your hips or any of that good stuff. Oh. And then maybe you want something for your head as well. That's up to you. We know this one. So we're gonna come down. Before we lie down, I'm gonna grab my hands behind the head. And we're just gonna do a little bit of this turning. So one side is coming down. So I'm just gonna hang out here until we're all here. You're holding your head. You've got that blanket roll underneath your shoulder blades. Yeah, and then we're just gonna turn side to side like you're going on a ride. Massaging the upper back and also getting a little bit of length on each side. Yeah. That's it. So you're really moving, it's like elbow to waist, kind of elbow to waist. More on each side. So we'll come to center and lay the head down. Adjust if you need to. So maybe you need to lift your hips and just roll yourself forward or back. Just find it. And then I'll take the arms overhead and stretch the legs out. And here we are. I've centered the heels on the floor. My feet are a little bit flexed. You could keep the knees bent, of course. How's my sound? And then just melting that upper chest into the blanket. Just focusing on the breath, nice, like if you're just lying on the beach, taking these nice breaths of ocean and sun and relaxation. Okay, so we're going to stay exactly as we are. We're just going to flow the arms. So as you inhale, stretch your arms away from you. And as you exhale, take them all the way up and all the way down. And inhale, sweep them up. And exhale, bring them down. And let's do that a few more times. Do two more. We're going to end with the arms overhead. We're going to bring them up and down, and then back up over the head. Let's bend the knees, put the feet on the floor, and separate the feet. We'll take some windshield wiper here. Just rolling the knees side to side, and let your body also roll. So as you roll, maybe the knees over to the left, the right arm can reach away. You roll the knees to the right, the left arm can reach away. Okay, I'm going to hang out on the right side, let the knees drop over, and take the right hand, it's going to find this left wrist and give this left arm a pull. Release that arm and let the knees roll over to the second side or the left side. The left hand grabs the right wrist, gives it a pull. Bring the knees up, and we'll take the hands behind the head, opposite interlace again. And have the elbows are out to the side, and we'll lift the chin towards the chest, and just really into that blanket roll. Then we'll bring the elbows in towards either side of the head. You might be able to lift up a little bit more. Soften your jaw and push the head into the hands. And you might, it's almost like a push me pull you. So I'm pulling the head or chin towards the chest, and the back of the head is resisting with soft eyes. And then once again, lower your head. It's time to take your arms out to the side. Good. Okay, with the knees bent, heel toe the feet right together, knees together. We're just going to drop, come back to windshield wiper, but the legs are going to stay together. We're just going to roll the knees. Soles of the feet are also coming up off the floor. And then let the knees drop to the right. And just gently turn the head to the left. And then lift the knees up, bring the head to center. Knees over to the left and head to the right. Okay, take your right arm and circle it all the way overhead. And then open it back up. And we'll do that 2 more times. Bring yourself to center. Lift the knees up, roll them over to the right. We'll do the same with the left arm. So we inhale, sweep it overhead, and then open it back. And then last one. Open. Come back to center on your back. With the knees bent, let's lift the hips and just kind of slide yourself forward a little bit. So as you come down, the blanket rolls maybe more towards the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. And then if that's okay, stretch your legs out, take your arms overhead, and take a few breaths here. Bend your left leg, then the right leg. Lift the hips and slide yourself again, just down a little bit. So now the blanket roll is maybe small of the waist and bottom of the ribs. And then make any adjustments, come back with the legs stretched out and the arms overhead. Then I have the feet flexed and the heels centered. Take a few breaths. Bend your right leg, then the left leg. We'll come back to windshield wiper. And so this time we have the blanket in a different place. And as you roll the knees side to side, push into the blanket roll. Gonna let the knees drop over to the right. Take the right hand, grab this left wrist, give it a pull. And then we'll switch sides and switch arms. The knees drop to the left. Just gently draw that right arm a little bit longer. Come back to center. Okay, I've just walked the feet in a little bit. They're still bent. You're gonna take the hands behind the head like we've been doing. Lift the head up. This time, the blanket roll is in a different place, so might not be able to get up as high as you did. Bring the elbows in, and now take the left knee in, and maybe it's going to come to the right elbow, but probably not. We just imagine they're coming towards each other, and then we'll just switch. So I'm just putting a little bit of extra weight into this blanket roll. I'm not going very fast. Yeah, that's it. Okay, you can do one more on each side. And then lay yourself down and maybe the legs stretch out. I'll just take one more moment here. Okay, we're going to bend the knees, feet on the floor, maybe at the same time. And then we'll lift the hips, take that blanket roll and bring it right down so it's underneath your sacrum. And then the rest of you is on the floor. If you need more support, take a moment. So we'll just pause here for a few moments. Okay. We're just going to start to find this pelvic tilt. So because we have this blanket roll, we can lift the hip bones up and drop them down. Just take this like little baby cat-cow here. Yes, so let's just do a few more. Let's feel this motion of your ocean. Yeah. And then come back to your center, whatever center is, and let yourself completely rest. So it's the small of your back that's lifting off the floor. You just release it. Then we're going to come back to windshield wiper, and you can have the arms out to the side or over your head. And let yourself roll so that you maybe move on to that outer hip. Good. Okay, one more on each side. And then we'll bring it to center. Okay, let's bring the right knee in, and you should be able to grab it or grab behind the thigh. I'm going to stretch the left leg long. We'll take 3 breaths here, dropping in. Okay, I'm going to extend the arms overhead as I stretch this right leg out, and then bring the left leg in. And opposite interlace, we'll hang out here for a few moments. Okay, so we're just going to switch side to side. Maybe the arms come overhead in between, and maybe not, but just find this motion in your ocean. You don't have to go very fast. You want to be steady. A steady gaze, so your eyes are just you're resting on some point. And do one more on each side. And we'll rest for one moment. And the knees, feet to the floor. You lift your hips up and take this blanket roll completely out. So now you're just on your back. You can put this under your head if you need it. You're going to bring the knees into the chest and just gently rock side to side. Okay. Let's take 3 breaths here. Whatever this is, you keep moving or be still. So we're going to come up to sitting. We're going to rock and roll because there's nothing there. And it's good practice. So we'll do maybe 3 more. All right, and then again, just sit for a moment once you come up and just feel. Okay, I'm going to take seated twist. So I'm going to change the cross of my legs, go opposite cross. Sit however you like. And we'll just move ourselves over to one side. Once we're in that twist, maybe we floss it a little bit. And then moving into this twist on this side, I'm going to turn the left hand out just for anchoring. Inhale, lengthen. Then exhale, release and pause and center for a few moments. And then moving into twist on the second side. And again, maybe floss a little bit once you get in. Moving into your twist. Yeah. So we're going to come onto our bellies. I'm going to take this blanket roll. Again, I have the thin side, the smaller side. You could go whichever side, and it could also be your bolster, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So I'll put that down. We'll come to lie down into Sphinx. And I want to have this blanket roll underneath the chest. So the chest gets on there, and then you pause for a moment so you kind of feel. We'll take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then we'll come up into our Sphinx pose. So forearms are down, the fingers are spread. You can even floss your shoulders a little bit here. Just wiggling myself forward a bit just so I can feel the blanket roll. So it's there. This is close, so I'm going to take the shoulders back and anchor down into the elbows. If you need to widen your legs open more, that can help release the back. So see whatever feels okay. And then you're in the Sphinx, your shoulders are back, you're anchoring into the elbows, and you're softening into the blanket. One nice big breath in, and then lower yourself down, come back down to rest. Just gonna check the speakers. So. And a nice big breath in. And soften as you exhale. Okay. Lift the head and the chest. And we're going to take the arms out to the side. And the legs are going to open a little bit wider apart. I'm going to bend the right knee. Oh, wait. I think I came into this wrong. Keep your arms as they are. Bring your legs together. Yeah. Then we're going to bend the right knee. Roll to the left side and just reach. You don't have to go anywhere more than that. Move side to side. Again, I'm not going very fast. Yeah. Just going to do a few more. Let yourself move in whichever way you're moving. Okay, one more on each side. And we'll come back to our resting place. So adjust your blanket roll. Let your head rest. Take 2 breaths. A nice full, relaxing breath. And we'll come back up to Sphinx. Feel for yourself. And we'll move. You can wiggle a little bit, make it come here in the Sphinx. And move the shoulders back and anchor into the elbows. And then if this is your spot, you stay here. If you want to go deeper, I'm just going to widen the arms out and straighten the arms. So I'm widening the hands out, not the arms. The hands come out and lift. And stretching through the legs. And my chest is not on the blanket roll, but it's like, where are you? Soften into it or towards it. Take 2 more breaths. And then lower down, come back to rest, and maybe change the position of your fingers. Full breath in. Breathe out. Okay, you can keep your head down or you can lift it. We're just going to take windshield wiper here. So I'm going to bend the knees. The legs are a little bit apart. And we'll start to rock these feet side to side. And then we'll move it into an egg beater. Eating the air, circulating. And then reverse your egg beater. Okay, and then take child's pose here, but you're still on your stomach. I just mean with the legs. Bring the feet together, the knees are wide, and drop your head back down. And lift the head. And keep the right forearm in front of you and take the left hand. See if you can grab hold of your left foot. And if you can't, just pretend and reach for it. And if you've got it, I'm going to lay the right leg down and I'm just going to press. Just going to press the foot into the hand and see what happens. Maybe you come up. One more breath. And release, so pause. And keeping the left forearm where it is. Reach for your right leg. You can grab the top of the foot. If not, it's all fine. Just reach. You've got it. Push the foot into the hand. Release. And then we're going to come up, this time real child's pose. So I'm going to use this blanket roll into the tummy. I'm going to have the knees together, but whatever you need. Just putting it right in there and then coming in. So it's just about stretching the back, really, more than the forward fold. So you might not get all the way down. Pressure into the tummy and the breath into the back. Breath. Come up. And take that blanket roll out. We'll pause for a moment. Okay, so I'm going to take downward dog. Will be the next pose. For you now. It can be anything. You don't have the wall right close by. If you're happier with the heels into the wall, then do that. Just heard how to go. Oh. It's been a while. Okay, so find your lead him in your dog. You wag your tail. You rock it. You get the head below the heart. Move your head. Shake yes, no. Take 2 more breaths. And then we'll move into forward fold. So we'll walk the feet or the hands back. Just find your place here. And the feet can be nice and wide apart. You have a bend in the knees if you like. Maybe you grab opposite elbows and just hang. One more breath. 2. Walk the hands forward. Come back to your hands and your knees for a moment. And we'll take cat-cow here. A few moving of the spine. Rolling of the shoulders. And 2 more. And then we'll turn it into a circulatory cat-cow. Make it a little longer. And then rolling the barrel of you. Changing direction. Okay, so I'm going to take seated forward fold and with the legs straight, stretched out. If you prefer child's pose, that works. And you can sit up on your blanket roll or something a little higher. So I'm going to have the legs like a little bit open, but not super wide. And a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And then just bring yourself in. Wherever this goes, be compassionate and kind. Being and wherever it is with all the stretching that's happening, discomfort and joy. They're intermingled always. Be here for another 5 breaths. And last breath. Very gently walk yourself upright, and let's come back to that sitting, whichever way you like, just to feel and reveal. Breath in. Go. So we're going to set up for our last pose. It's going to be lying over the blocks. But I say that I'm going to lie over the blocks because I feel I really need that. And then I do this, and I'm like, wait a second, this is amazing. But if you are ready, we're going to go from here into Shavasana. If you want to use your bolster, go for it. And and then the legs can go any way, bent, stretched out, straight, whatever you like. Okay, so I'm going to do the blocks just because I need that extra pressure. And I'm also going to sit in Virasana, which is not everyone's jam. So do whatever you need to do with the legs. And then you're either lying with a bolster for softness and length, or you're here, and this feels very magical to me right now. Okay, so once you're in whichever shape you're in, the chest supported, the head supported, the legs in some restful state, start to drop in the luxury of being here right now. So we're here for another 3 minutes or so. Continuously releasing the back body, freeing the breath. Staying as you are. You'd like to stretch your arms overhead, wiggle your fingers, and then waving your arms as we did at the very beginning over 2 times, or out to the side, and like you're flying. And staying here, if you're very comfortable, I'm going to come out. I'm coming up, and you do have your chair if you'd like to do it. You can stay as you are. I'm going to take legs up the wall for my Shavasana. Like the chair Shavasana if you like. Where it is, just set yourself up for the luxury of being here and resting into your own stillness and wellness. This great gift of movement, healthy movement, deep internal movement. Again, it's coming into your rest. Mind, body, breath, spirit, everything yoked together here. Sacred time of luxurious stillness. Resting more deeply. Being as you are. Beginning to deepen the breath. You're ready. It's beginning to make any movements you need. Slowly awaken. Bring your hands to your heart. Bowing your chin. Next inhalation, lengthen tall. Exhale this breath. And inhale for both. Breathing into your hands. Hold your breath. Put there whatever it is you need. And then offer it to yourself from within as without, as above, as below, the universe, so the soul. Yes. Welcome back, and thank you. Sunday blessings. See you on Tuesday. Thank you. Have a great day.